Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight we start Week 14 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted by the
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Rock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And I think the ball's out. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Jerry Tillery busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Throwing his lock on third down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees your spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Draw play, it's Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to us.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find it.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And 3 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Lock going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Lock throwing on target to Fant. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball net because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Herbert. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
To number 80.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on second down. Lock.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Lock going to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than a ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1?
Every single time.
On 1st and 10, Herbert going for the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boyd with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
20! And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
No gain on the play.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. Locke looks to throw it again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
The score, Chargers 21.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And taken. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Operating from the gun, Herbert, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. On the screen, this is Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Again, Herbert. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Herbert's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the air again, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 19 yards away. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw on third down. Block. This is Gordon on the dump off. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
He'll get this to Eckler. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Herbert back to the air. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Third and long, it's Herbert. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Herbert's pass.
From 6 yards away. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he'll bang that one through. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Locke. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Jerry.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
39-yard line.
They'll run again with Jackson. They find some open field here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Herbert on first down now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw again. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick is good.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Intended for Melvin Gordon. Incomplete. It's
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jarrell Casey, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check 45 the mark. 19 tight. 19 tight. I got you, punk. 45 the mark.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's going to be a level good. Check my 40. Big stop.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jerry Tillery, his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Got Gordon open, completes it. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Check, check. 40's mine. 40's the mine. 40's the mine.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On second down, here's Herbert. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Another night. It's gained 16 yards there at a first down again.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Touchdown, LA.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make